This is the place all I've known all my life, and that was the main reason of coming to the University of Iowa. I wanted to play for my home state. I wanted to do something that really had never been done before.
All thanks to one unforgettable night, the Rookie of the Year debate may have finally ended. You see, in the world of professional basketball, legends aren't born, they're forged in the heat of competition. And on August 30th, 2024, we witnessed the making of a new legend.
Shooting 38%, Caitlin Clark, another three-pointer!
But this isn't just a story about one extraordinary performance. It's a tale of two titans locked in a rivalry that's captivating the nation and rewriting the record books. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. Two names that have become synonymous with excellence, determination, and the future of women's basketball. Their journey from college sensations to WNBA superstars has been nothing short of spectacular. But on that fateful night in August, their paths collided in a way that left the basketball world breathless. What happened in that game? How did we get here? And what does this mean for the future of the WNBA? Buckle up, guys. We're about to take you on a wild ride through the most exciting rivalry in sports today. This is the story of Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, and the night that changed everything. Our tale begins long before that electrifying game in August. To truly understand the magnitude of this rivalry, we need to go back to where it all started. Now, for those of you who might have been living under a rock, Clark and Reese have a history that goes back to their college days. These two were the faces of NCAA women's basketball, leading their respective teams to the championship game in 2023. Their rivalry captivated the nation, with debates raging about who was the better player. So, when they both declared for the WNBA draft, basketball fans everywhere were salivating at the prospect of seeing these two go head-to-head at the professional level. Fast forward to the 2024 WNBA season, and both Clark and Reese hit the ground running. From day one, it was clear that these weren't your average rookies. They were here to make history. Let's break down some of the mind-blowing records they've set this season. Caitlin Clark is the first player in WNBA history with back-to-back games of at least 25 points and 10 assists. I mean, come on. That's some NBA 2K numbers right there. Secondly, she set the record for the most assists in a single game with 19. That's right, 19. She was dishing out assists like Oprah gives away cars. Thirdly, she currently holds the rookie record for the most three-pointers made in a season, with 93 and counting. She's basically a human flamethrower at this point. Angel Reese, on the other hand, is the first rookie to achieve 23 double-doubles in a season, surpassing the previous record set by Tina Charles. That's consistency, folks. Also, she currently holds the record for the most rebounds by a rookie in a season, with 418. She's treating the backboard like it's her own personal property. Now, let's talk about how these two have matched up against each other this season. They've faced off 4 times, and let me tell you, each game has been must-see TV. Clark has been absolutely dominating these matchups, averaging 20.5 points and 10 assists per game against Reese. That's right, she's dropping a double-double on average against her biggest rival. Reese, on the other hand, has been no slouch. She's putting up 13.5 points and a whopping 13.3 rebounds per game in these matchups. Those are some serious numbers, especially on the boards. But as impressive as both players have been, it's clear that Clark has had the edge in their head-to-head battles. And that brings us to their latest matchup on August 30th, 2024. Buckle up, guys, because this is where things get really interesting. The stage was set at the Wintrust Arena in Chicago. The Indiana Fever, led by Caitlin Clark, were facing off against Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky. The arena was packed to the rafters, with fans sporting jerseys of both Clark and Reese. The atmosphere was electric. From the moment the ball was tipped, it was clear that this wasn't going to be an ordinary game. Clark came out of the gates hot, scoring from all over the court and setting up her teammates with pinpoint passes. Reese, determined not to be outdone, was battling hard on the boards and making her presence felt in the paint. But as the game wore on, it became clear that this was going to be Caitlin Clark's night. As the final buzzer sounded, the scoreboard told the story. Indiana Fever 100, Chicago Sky 81. But the real story? Caitlin Clark's stat line: 31 points, 12 assists, and 4 rebounds. Let's break down this historic performance. Clark became the first player in WNBA history to record a game with at least 31 points and 12 assists. That's not just rookie history, guys. That's all-time WNBA history. Secondly, Her 31 points came on an efficient shooting night, including 5 three-pointers. She was pulling up from places that made the arena look small. And what about those 12 assists? They weren't just stat padding. Clark was orchestrating the Fever's offense like a seasoned conductor, finding teammates for open shots time and time again. And let's not forget those 4 rebounds. While not as flashy as the other stats, they show Clark's willingness to mix it up and contribute in all aspects of the game. Meanwhile, Angel Reese had a quieter night by her standards, finishing with 10 points and 11 rebounds. Now, let's be clear. A double-double is nothing to sneeze at. On any other night, we'd be praising Reese for another solid performance. But in the shadow of Clark's historic outing, it just didn't shine as brightly. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, the Rookie of the Year race. Coming into this game, it was already a 2-horse race between Clark and Reese. But after this performance, guys, we might be looking at a runaway. Clark's consistent dominance in their head-to-head matchups, coupled with her record-breaking performances, has her firmly in the driver's seat for the award. Fans and analysts alike are starting to call the race in her favor. But let's not count Reese out just yet. Her record-breaking rebounding and double-double consistency have been nothing short of remarkable. In any other year, she'd be the clear favorite for Rookie of the Year. But here's the thing, guys. This rivalry is about so much more than just individual accolades. In fact, for Clark and Reese, individual awards aren't the priority. Both of our teams are competing for playoff spots. That's our main focus, Clark told reporters via Chloe Peterson of the Indy Star. That's a selfish thing to care about individual awards, and she'd give you the same exact answer. Conversely, Reese stated that neither she nor Clark care about the Rookie of the Year. We're just trying to do whatever it takes to win, Reese said via Julia Poe of the Chicago Tribune. That's what's important right now. The Sky are on a 5-game losing streak, and barely holding on to the final playoff spot. At 11:20, Chicago faces tough competition from the Dream, Mystics, and Wings, all within 2.5 games of the number 8 seed with 9 games left. In contrast, the Fever's recent win strengthens their playoff chances. At 16-16 with 8 games remaining, Indiana occupies the number 6 seed. They hold the tiebreaker over Phoenix, also 16-16, and have a 4.5-game lead over Chicago. Meanwhile, Clark and Reese are ushering in a new era of women's basketball. The excitement around their matchups has translated into skyrocketing TV ratings. Merchandise sales for both players are through the roof. Young girls across the country are picking up basketballs, trying to emulate Clark's deep threes and Reese's dominant rebounding. But perhaps the most significant impact is on the perception of women's basketball itself. The skill, competitiveness, and sheer entertainment value that Clark and Reese bring to the court are silencing critics who claim the women's game isn't as exciting as the men's. They're proving that women's basketball can be just as thrilling, just as competitive, and just as worthy of attention as any other sport. As we wrap up our coverage of this historic game and this incredible rookie season, one thing is abundantly clear. We're witnessing the birth of a rivalry that could define the WNBA for years to come. Clark and Reese are just getting started. They're going to be facing off against each other for years to come, and each matchup promises to be appointment viewing for basketball fans everywhere. Will Clark continue her dominance, or will Reese find a way to turn the tables? And let's not forget, there are other talented players in this rookie class too. Could someone else step up and challenge these two for supremacy? One thing's for sure. The future of the WNBA has never looked brighter, and we'll be here to cover every crossover, every rebound, and every record-breaking performance. So, Hoop fans, what do you think? Is Caitlin Clark a lock for Rookie of the Year, or does Angel Reese still have a shot? And who do you think will come out on top the next time they face off? Let us know in the comments below. And hey, while you're down there, why not hit that like button and subscribe to the channel? I've got tons more WNBA content coming your way, and trust me, you don't want to miss it.